Content over everything.
I want it all, I want it all, blood.
So when the and that's what I'm saying. And that's, you know, I never talk to non-black people about this because it usually goes in circles. But
we're all from Africa.
Yeah, we're all from Africa, but that is another thing used when we talk about stuff. We try to get to a way where black people get something for being mistreated, and then the answer is, oh, we're all from Africa. Oh, we're all slaves. And
but when somebody says you can't understand because like I don't normally talk to white people about it, I can say we're all from Africa.
Here's what it is.
At some line we've got to come back to some point where we can.
For me, I'm a black Birmingham building, right? So my job is to go to black people to help them do better for themselves, right? So you only have a limited amount of energy. Right. The way you behave, which is when it comes to, you know, it's good for talking, but generally it doesn't go anywhere because everything I'm saying you're a rebel without.
Not everything. No, I'm not.
Well, pretty much everything so far. There's not been one thing. So we're now talking about the Prussian Empire and Nazis when we were talking about something different. I wasn't even talking about white supremacy. I was talking about black people being mistreated, where you know, in say.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking shit. Yeah, like, there was some terrible things.
Right. So
not just from Britain, from other countries.
Right.
Yeah. So then again, abuse and that. What I'm saying is, but you mustn't get too locked up in just black people being oppressed by because like white people have done shit to white people. Black people have done shit to black people. So tribes have done shit to black tribes.
What you're doing.
It's true though. It's true.
What you're doing is you keep saying white people, black people, but really we're talking about white supremacy.
But sometimes I think maybe you're going too racial. You're going like too much like black against white. I think sometimes.
Once again,
if someone's a fucking arsehole,
does this make sense? Does this make sense?
What we need to do though, we need to
about white supremacy, not white people.
Side by side.
Now I don't even talk about white supremacy.
Side by side.
It's a waste of time. I talk about black Birmingham building. Black veteran building. Black people being dedicated to helping black people in the areas black people need. That's
as long as also, I think people shouldn't just be helping their own race because you end up, if you're going to become so racial centric, you're on the border of becoming slightly racist.
Right. So I train black people to ignore that, and what I say
exactly.
And what I do is I say because when we first started, because I've identified and so have you.
You would help white people too. White people that you'd white people if you saw them in some kind of shit going on.
I help people individually as a person, but I'm gonna put up institutions to dedicate to help black people. And I'm gonna train black people to always help black people whenever it's constructively possible. That's my job, right? But so
it just becomes a bit racial centric.
No, so that's why I train black people not to talk to black people in the sense of. I know it sounds funny, but that argument you're saying doesn't get anyone anywhere. So if we identify that black people need help and black people are not helping each other, then obviously there's a value in black people.
They should help each other. Definitely.
Thank you. So that's why if I talk about that, and all you can say is, oh, what about them being racist and this kind of stuff? It doesn't go anywhere. It's a waste of energy, right? That's why I can handle it, but other black people tend to not handle it, right? And I have the reason why I think it's have answers because I've come across so many times, right? Because you represent many.
You ever come across people like me?
Oh, Benny, you represent many.
Come on. I'm
many
an individual.
You might be, but you represent many non-black people in your approach to black issues. And that's why I have an answer for everything you say, because I'm well trained, well versed, right? But
so what would you like if you want to deal with just with black issues and stuff? What would be the end goal? You know, you'd like black people to rise up, to do really well, to succeed.
There you go.
And then to do, then to do what? What would be the end? Once black people are so ascended, what would be the end goal?
Attack white people.
That is the end.
Get white people. Want to get whitey.
So no, exactly. You have to get whitey. Or so when you're so ascended and you're powerful, then what would you do? Would you integrate with white people in the rest of the world, or would you just become
no one is talking about segregation.
Because that's the thing. I just see if you're going to rise up, it's almost like Hitler was a bit like that too. He wanted the Germans to rise, and it became very racial. And they wanted to become, but then it ended up in a lot of problems around the world.
Right.
So if you ascend too much,
one reason why I train black people not to talk to non-black people is because they always non-black people tend to go down this European route of Nazis and stuff.
No, but it happens. It's not just. I'm not looking at just Europeans. I'm looking at Africa. Any group that gets so powerful, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Sure. So this
guy's a brilliant photographer as well. Like you can just like.
Right.
Love it. That's good. He knows exactly where to put it, man.
Yeah.
So
COE.
So like
is it COE?
Yeah.
Content of everything.
Come on, respect.
Yeah. So no. So you know, why are you so?
I don't listen to BBC. I don't listen to ITV.
Come on.
It's good.
Do black people come together and make you? Does that raise anxiety?
No, not really. It doesn't really. No. Not great.
So why do you have fear?
But if I see a black person who's just like, no, it's not. If I see a black person,
now black Black people, remember the words I use. Remember the words I use. Because when you talk to non-black people, like this gentleman here, you have to know the words used correctly. You see, when you use correctly, they're shut down. So there you go. So black people doing good for themselves. There's a skill.
That doesn't. If people,
notice the reaction. You see how it's very important. You learn this. Go ahead.
I want people who are good for the world, who are good for the people of the world, who are good for animals, who are good for making the world function really well. If those people do well and rise to good power, and they're good, balanced people, that's good shit. That's good shit. So that's what I want to say. But if I see people just saying, oh, I'm just a little bit race-centric, I want black people to, I'm just doing this to help raise black people. It's like, well, when black people come start saying, are they going to integrate with people? Are they going to just be on the pedestal?
Is that a question?
That's the thing.
That's
what worries me a little bit.
Are you asking, are black people going to integrate? Is that what you're saying?
No, not because black people are integrating.
No, it's the question's been asked.
What I'm saying is black people with the agenda of I want to help black people. I only want to help black people in particular. You know, with that kind of attitude, you know, I just wonder where it will go.
So it's necessary for black people to help black people because black people need help. It would be nice if non-black people help black people.
I've had black people help me. I've had white people help me.
I know that black people have helped you a lot.
Yeah, they have.
Because black people are the most subservient people I've seen.
I wouldn't say that's true. I wouldn't say that's true.
It's very true. And the reason why most people, maybe not you, speak the way you speak, is because most non-black people are so used to the kindness of black people that when you hear a black person say, it's now time to help your own, then it's like, oh my goodness, am I now gonna not get any of this great help that I've been getting so far? This is the fear I've noticed, right? So that's why I preach Black Behaviour Building, which is black people being dedicated to helping black people whenever it's constructively possible. Okay.
Do you see a problem in the world now where it's very necessary then to be helping?
I feel it's 110% necessary.
In Britain, is it that bad? Is it that bad in Britain?
So
differentiate between race so much.
So it's necessary.
I'm not saying you're wrong either. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm saying I'm right.
But, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying you're wrong.
But I'm
just trying to work out and stuff.
But you don't say that I'm saying I'm right.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
for you.
No, but the good thing about my rightness is because it's focused on black people, it doesn't matter what others.
Sure.
It really doesn't matter. So if black people identify there's a need, it doesn't matter what non-black people. It's really liberating. You should try it. It's really
to be what? To
identify what you're trying to fix. So you might be left-handed, right? And you might realize that left-handed people are not getting anything. Like people are making right-handed, right? Yeah. So you become dedicated to helping left-handed people because you understand the issues by being left-handed people. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm a black person, so I understand issues. You're a non-black person, so everything you say has demonstrated that you are not black.
But we're all from Africa originally.
Yeah, and once again, I train black people to ignore that concept, but it doesn't make any sense.
I think to some extent it would make some sense.
It makes absolutely sense.
As long as we're willing to listen to each other and work with each other.
That's a conversation, right? And that's back and forth. But I'm talking about institutes that's dedicated to black.
What about things like when you got things that is the Operation Trident, which is black gun crime? Is it Trident? Okay. Yeah. So that's set up. That's set up from the British institutions to help with black gun crime, which is very high as a percentage, isn't it? So that's something which is working specifically dedicated to.
Yeah. So when I talk about black Behaviour Building, we go to fixing neighbourhoods, but we're talking about things like business. So usually when you talk to non-black people, they start bringing up
hold this for me 1 second. I want to check on my camera.
These things they're not really necessary for. I'm talking about economics. I'm talking about self-esteem. I'm talking about institutes. I'm talking about better. Yeah. And fixing gun crime is better. Now, training people to understand the history of why gun crime happens. When you have a marginalised group, uneducated group, and a poor group, you're going to get gun crime. Yeah.
Why would blacks in this country be uneducated? That's what you're saying. If you're saying when you say you're talking about groups that can be marginalised in that way, you mean black?
So generally, being from a poor environment, you're going to get poor. You're going to get a poor variant of education, right?
There's a lot of white people from poor environments, a lot of Chinese, Asians from poor environments.
And when you go to many only white communities, right, the people who are committing the crimes are also white, right? Because they don't have access to wealth and they're trying to get there certain way.
Sure,
right?
but I mean, the black gun crime is particularly high. Even when you go Asians,
you frame it as black gun crime. I'm saying if you go to European areas with just white people, then you could say white gun crime, right? So also trying to get our own institutes, so we don't have to subscribe to that concept of saying black gun crime, right? Because I don't say white gun crime, but non-black people think.
It's kind of like
so if it's disproportionate, that means that maybe black people are disproportionately marginalised and poor, maybe because we know that poor areas causes crime. We know this, and if you're rich, you do rich crime. You don't do poor crime. Rich people don't tend to run around with guns and rob. They've got other crimes they can commit.
Sure.
Does that make sense, right?
So to an extent, but not entirely. I mean, not entirely, because you got a lot of Asians Asians to come here as well, masses of Asians, but you don't have things like Operation Try that's up specifically geared.
So I know from communities, if you have 4 Asian communities, you're going to have Asian people committing crime. I know this because I live in East London.
Why isn't there an Operation Trident specifically? Is it Trident? It's not Trident. What's it called?
Trident is an initiative they set up to stop gun crime in Caribbean communities.
Caribbean? Is it Caribbean or is it?
It says Caribbean. That's what it was originally. Was Caribbean.
Okay. But you haven't got one for Asian communities because these Caribbean communities, it's all over Britain.
So here's what it is, right? People use narratives to tarnish certain people.
Is there something, do you think, within black culture which, or it could be race or whatever?
You tell me.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm answering, you tell me.
No, I'll ask you first.
So here's what it is, right? Black people, because of history of white supremacy, yeah, many suffer from low self-esteem, yeah, many don't know themselves, and they have an inner hatred for themselves. So if that inner hatred, yeah, they either become subservient to non-black people, and they hate black people, and that manifests in thievery, stealing, and so forth. My job is to give them self-esteem and self-identity to show that they never kill other black people. Never do it. So my job is to make sure black people never kill other black people. And that will fix the tribe. So then you don't have to worry about the tribe.
Do you think it would? Yeah.
No, I know. So if black people are dedicated to black belt and building, then
so I've heard a gun go off. I've heard gun go off more than twice, but I've heard twice of a gun go off and kill people. It's been twice. It's been black gun.
Well, I've seen many white people with guns kill many white people and non-white people.
Yeah, I mean, why we look at the Second World War?
I mean, we don't bring up that, but wars and stuff. We don't have to go to war. But in the community, I know many cases of where European descent shoot people. Also, most black people I know don't know how to make guns, and this issue, I wish they did.
You can use those 3D printers.
I wish they knew how to make. I think it's more beneficial to know how to make a gun than to actually go and kill people, right? Because he says there's science behind making a gun. So whoever's making the gun, they're the people we should.
Do you think there's something with a lot of the black music, especially for the last 20 years or so? You know, some of it is quite aggressive, quite gangster culture.
Well,
if you look at black music, say from like 50 years ago, a lot of it was like soul music, very melodic.
Right. So if you talk about black music, you're saying, right?
A lot of it now since the 80s, parts of the 80s.
So if you talk about content, there was a time.
Content over everything.
That's the
That is to have like black-owned businesses. And one of those businesses would be, say, the record company. If that record company, if you ever call the condo, you're going to release a good balance to music. So you're going to get gangster rap. You're also going to get constructive rap.
Why is there so much gangster? Because there's been such a
because it pays most.
Okay. Because it pays more.
You have gangster rap that's it. It pays more. It pays more and more.
So the light's coming from. We're going to
What about like years ago? You used to have like some lovely soul music.
It's still there. It's just not getting promoted.
It's not getting promoted. Yeah.
Is it? My mouth dry, you know. I beg you open this.
So
is there any agenda? Because the people talk about New World Order. Do you think there could be an agenda to promote violence, shit like that?
Yeah, of course. I never say New World Order. I say systematic white supremacy. So when I say someone capture their order.
Do you think white supremacy wants to promote negative music? Because there's something does. I feel that maybe something does. I've not got no proof on it, but there seems to be something promoting some pretty negative stereotypes and shit like that in some of the music. Some of the music's not good.
Yeah. So once again, the best answer to that is for black people to control their own institutes. So black people, they don't control their own record labels. If they did, then they'll be able to release the content. And they also if they don't control their own schooling, then we can actually have a moral guideline that we can push forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Black Betterment Building means.
What's it called?
Black Betterment Building.
Black
Betterment Building.
Betterment Building.
Betterment Building.
Betterment Building. Black Betterment Building.
Now, if you want to support black people, you should support black people being dedicated to helping black people. If you do that,
I try to support decent people doing well, man.
Yes, but the decent people we're talking about is black people at the moment, isn't it?
Anyone who's I think is trying to do good in the world.
Now,
someone's doing some shit.
Now, the problem with black people, and this is why I try to separate them from non-black people when it comes to them, is you can talk about individuals, groups doing better for themselves, but when you talk about black people doing better for themselves, the way you answer is how everyone else answers. I'm for everybody, and that's the issue black people have. That's why I'm a complete separation when it comes to them.
Sure.
Because it's a complete distraction.
What about if you're going to have like a black betterment group? Should there be like a white betterment group?
Once again, here's the answer. It's not our concern.
Oh really?
It's not our concern.
See, I find myself more concerned with kind of like everything that goes goes on in the world.
Well, here's what it is. If white people think there's white issues and they want to deal with it, that's them. But if the white issue is mistreating black people, then I'm concerned. Historically, that has been the case with white supremacy. That the issue was how can you mistreat black people, and because of that history, that's why there's a reason and necessity for black people to build. But notice your own behaviour.
Can I ask you a question with you? Okay. Do you think you've only got any European ancestry inside you?
Probably do, yeah. I think now here's what it is, right? Because of white supremacy and racism, when the Europeans went and they kidnapped black Africans and went to the Caribbean, because of rape,
so who did it?
They kidnapped the white supremacists.
But yeah, but lots of people were doing that as well. It wasn't just like white Europeans.
The white supremacists and the white supremacist sympathisers.
Jewish groups were doing it.
The white supremacist sympathisers.
Muslims, the Ottoman Empire.
Okay, well,
lots of pirates were doing that shit. Pirates.
Either or.
I think even black tribes.
So you've asked me a direct question. You go, do I have European ancestry in me, right? And I'm saying if I'm from the Caribbean, there's a high chance I would. And that's because of the rape that's been.
You got to think back then. Anyone who's going to think, shit, I can make some quick money like this. Yeah, make some quick money. So kidnap these fuckers, do this shit. You got to think the mentality. What people do.
Yeah, but the mentality was white supremacy.
Well, it's not just white supremacy.
That's really what it was.
But there is that in it too. There can be. I'm not saying it's not.
To fund European empires. That's what it was. And dehumanizing black people so they could do that, right?
I'm not sure that 100%.
So what was it? Okay, so what was it?
In terms of slave trade?
Right, so just you know, every time I try to talk about black betterment, we end up talking about gang crime and slavery.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of black people are doing very well now anyway.
Right. Well, the black betterment trying to get across the board, so it's consistent. So it's like a dynamic change.
Sure. Right.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
there's something wrong with me. What's wrong with me, man?
I'm alright.
Just making
the gentleman's behaviour is very consistent. Yeah. Very consistent to people when they hear black people talking about black issues, right? And only you know deep down why you're that way. Yeah. Right. But I train black people not to care about it. We don't need to study you to find out why you're that way because we're too busy trying to fix black issues. Does that make sense?
No, I think we can understand each other better now. I think we can. Like,
what is the benefit of black people understanding you?
Understanding me?
How do black people prosper from understanding you?
So that I don't suffer. So that if you understand people, you can prevent. If you understand people, you can prevent people suffering.
No, not people. You.
If people understand me,
yeah.
If people understand me, providing they don't want to go and harm me, if they understand me, then.
Now, have you noticed that every time we talk about black betterment building, you keep talking about harm and slavery and these things? Now, if that is
you were talking about that as well.
No, my friend, we were saying different. I said someone said a word and you jumped in and you were constantly talking. That's why we're here. Because I wasn't talking to you. Those were talking. But I'm asking you, why is it that when you hear people speaking, you keep talking about slavery, gun crime?
No, I don't. That's what you're talking about.
All right, so
that's your black betterment.
So what was the benefit? What was the benefit of talking about European ancestry and black people?
What was the benefit? I think with you, you're putting a little bit too much onus on just like the European role in like transatlantic. So I know because that's your heritage. That's like your heritage.
What's my heritage?
You've been from the West Indies, so obviously you would have heritage.
Come take over everything from your
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. Listen. COE. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. I don't even listen to Sky Magic. I just listen to COE. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. I don't even listen to Sky Magic. Man, just listen to COE. Man, just listen to COE. Man, just listen to COE. If you see me in COE, control over everything. COE.
Man, not in the no BBC. Man, not in the no ITV. Not even listen to the MUM. They just listen to COE.